Good morning, trading fam. All right, today is day 2 of live trading. Let's get up here and start streaming on Discord. Anybody that's out there that's with me in Discord, you can use the general tab. I haven't figured out how to set up the YouTube tab yet to read your comments. So this is just day 2 of live trading. First thing we're going to do right now, is let's look here, mark off this level. Of a range. Alright, we got a nice range developing right here. Alright, we got our range set up. No trade zone, which is where we're not going to take any trades inside this area. If you don't know what this is or how to trade this way, join us on Discord, where we go live Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 9:30, to teach inexperienced traders how to trade and become profitable traders. All right, so if you fit that criteria, join us right now. We're working on a 30-day boot camp. You'll learn how to set up your charts, how to get a pre-market game plan, all that good stuff. All right, guys. So, again, the link will be in the description at the end of the video. If you're in Discord, welcome. Good morning. If you have any questions, just type them in the general tab in the chat box, and I can answer them for you. So, this is our 2-minute time frame, all right? We got not much news up on deck on that economic calendar today, guys. You know, we do have our price targets up above here. So we got our resistance level number 1, and then we got our resistance number 2. Let's get that A-line. All right, we are in a strong bullish momentum in a downtrend. All right. Right now we're trading the top of that range. On the RSI, let's get our RSI up here so we can see the RSI. Our average true range. These are the only indicators we use. We got the 20-period moving average, the 200-period moving average, the money market maker, the bank line, the VWAP, and the RSI. We have our RSI set up the right way you should be using the RSI. If you don't know how to use the RSI, again, join us on Discord. We teach you how to use these indicators. These indicators have been tested over time. They worked in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and they'll continue to work well into the future. All right? There's millions of indicators out there, but you got to remember, indicators are designed by the markets, right? So all these indicators are designed to put the market in favor, not the trader, okay? Price action, learning to read price action is going to put the trader in charge, right? All these indicators are nothing more than lagging indicators. Even these, what we use are the best of the best of the best. All right? Time tested. You can't argue with me about it. You can't prove me wrong. You can't argue. You can argue with me about it, but you can't prove me wrong on that. All right? Indicators are nothing more than tools in your toolbox, right? If you're a carpenter, a new carpenter, and you got a brand new box of tools, you're most likely not going to know how to use any of them, right? Until you start learning how to build a house or how to build a project or how to do something, right? So until you learn how to read price action, all of these indicators and tools are nothing more than garbage, right? They're useless to you because you don't know how to do the one thing that you need to focus on as a trader, which is price action, right? Every other indicator out there is lagging. It follows behind price. It follows behind what's happening in the markets. But I'm not here to teach you guys right now. We're here to trade. We got 5 contracts on there, $50. We're gonna scalp this for $10 per trade per scalp, and we're just gonna scalp these markets. So let's put an order here to sell. Let's see if we get filled. Let's see if we can't. And I don't have my order book down here. Let's see if we can bring up an order here. Positions. All right, we made decent amount of money already today. We missed that one. We missed that trade. We didn't get filled. It was right there when we tried to. But Didn't work. Are we going to go chase it? Absolutely not. That's not how you scalp. All right, if you want to learn what we do here, again, join us in the live trading at 8:30 to 9:30. We just started up again. There, we just got filled on that one. And again, we're doing 5 contracts here. I would have added another one right there. So there's 50 bucks. 50 bucks on that one bar. And here, this is the NQ we're trading. I want to trade the NQ with you, not the MNQ, because of the amount of time that we have, 30 minutes. If we're going to scalp, let's scalp for $50 profits. And the average true range right now, all right, the average true range that we're in right now, oh, this, forgive me, this is not the average true range. Let's go ahead and delete that. I have this isn't my main platform. I just have a screen open here. As you can see behind me, I have several of them open for the purposes of this video. So let's go ahead and add that average true range on here real quick. Alright, so the average true range is about a $9 to $10 move. Alright, so you always want to focus, you know, what's your average true range? If you're going to scalp, where's your take profit going to be, right? We're only looking for a $1 move. Alright, we could up that, but again, I'm just trying to make some quick money for the sake of the video. And nothing more, right? So we're not looking to be greedy, right? 50 bucks. If you want to scalp every bar for 50 bucks, let's just go ahead and see if we can't grab that little pullback back down. And maybe we're going to get stopped out. But we're going to go ahead and sell another one right there. See if we can't get 100 bucks on that one for that little pullback. Nope, they stopped us both out. I'm going to go ahead and add again right there. Stopped out again. Then it pulls back. So let's, this bar right here, 15, I'm going to go for 20 contracts if we get filled on that bar. And again, these are things you got to expect. All that was right there was to take out everybody who was short right here. All right, we're in a major resistance area, but that little bar, if you could see that little movement right there, that was nothing more than a liquidity grab, right? A liquidity grab to the downside. And those are things you have to keep in the back of your mind, right? Those are the things you got to be aware of and conscious of, right? So even though we just lost those trades, we are right back in again. Well, I don't think we're going to get filled now, except those grabs happen relatively quick. But let's see if we do get filled on any of them. If not, we'll close them out and take another trade. Wait for the next trade. I'm not sure what's going on here. Like, we're getting filled, but I don't know why we're not getting filled for what we have here. I really don't know why we're not getting filled for what we have. Alright, so that did not work out at all. Alright, so that was a big old break to the upside. And again, let's put those right back in. Those orders right back in. Alright, when you do this for a long time, you'll understand these types of moves. Alright, and where they're happening in this area. You know, this is what you call like the bait and switch. Alright, this is to bait traders, right? Get them thinking, hey, we're going to make that next move. But if you look at the time that we're in right now, you know, is that next leg possible? Absolutely, it's possible. But if you come back here and you look, all right, we're still to the left. Looking left is always important. Let's give me 1 second here. I just want to see if we can bring these orders down a little bit to get filled. We don't want to chase it down. But let's see if we can get filled on these orders now. And again, you might say, well, why are you shorting, especially with that green big bar? Because that big green bar is nothing more than a liquidity grab. All right. So we just got filled on those contracts. They're coming back up to take out the shorts in that bar. And now we're going to pull this down because it should come right back down into this range. Good morning, Russo. Missed you yesterday. Right now we got 12 contracts on right there. But I'm still not understanding why it's not filling the 5. I noticed it was filling like 1 or 2 or something like that. But yeah, tomorrow we got some really good earnings coming out after the bell. I mean, after the close of the day. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. All right, that's one thing that I love about futures is, you know, you're able to play those live. You don't have to wait like all the people who buy options contracts, right? And then the price goes against them and they're just stuck. They can't do anything, right? That must be a terrible place to be in, you know, to wake up or to even be watching that unfold right before your eyes when there's absolutely nothing that you could do, right? That's got to be a scary spot to be in. Looks like we're forming a little triangle up here now. And we could just trade sideways or kind of just hang out right there. We'll just have to wait and see what we do. But definitely got that triangle pattern forming right now. See if that next bar, you guys can see this little wedge right here that they're starting to form. And typically this would be one of those times now where it's not doing what it should do immediately, right? So this is one of those times where you should start thinking, you know, should I close out my position now and just wait? But again, you know, that's the problem with doing this live trading for 30 minutes, but we really don't have anybody that's ready to live trade. And when we do, we're definitely not going to be trading like this. We're going to be trading the strategy that we're teaching. I'm just doing this to prepare for that, and once we do go live, we're going to have to rearrange the schedule again to fit everything in so we don't have to rush around, because when we start trading live, I want to dedicate at least 2 hours of live trading with the people who are ready to go from the practice account, the simulation account, over to the live trading. Yeah, so now it's just kind of stuck in the water, right? We had that big, nice move up, and now we're just kind of stuck in the water. But this is what trading is. You know, like I said, trading can be very boring at times. But that's also why the average true range, remember, it was $9. And this candle right here was, what, 50, 350, 60, a $20 candle right there, right? So that's an unexpected move. Hey, what's up, B Custom? Good morning. Yeah, there's a chat box in there somewhere. I'm really not sure how to use it. I mean, I have it open on mine, but for your guys' sake, I'm not sure how that would work. So now they're coming up there to that range again. We're going to go ahead and sell another. Look at that, almost right up to, right up there to take out that stop. But man, this bullish momentum is super strong. Right up there again. Wasn't planning on breaking out of this strong right now. But that's like I said with that wedge pattern, right? But again, we're still looking for that retracement back down, because buyers are not going to want to buy, you know, continue to buy this thing all the way up. And if it does continue up right now at the bell, we're going to see a nice pullback. We should see, if you know, if this momentum continues to the upside like we're seeing right now. Oh, you're trading this right now? Yeah, if you want to trade and you want me to trade with you, I won't trade the way I'm trading. The, oh man, yeah, don't be trading like this. Again, even if you were, I gave you the warning right here. What should have happened didn't happen, right? Oh, okay, good, yeah. Because right here, we should have got that retracement right back down, and we didn't. And then we formed this wedge pattern, right? But I'm still not believing that this strength is going to be here for that continuation up into that next area, right? But once that bell opens, do we continue that upward rip? Was this whole area right here? Were they adding in this whole area? Because we did get a decent pullback. Wasn't anything major. And man, I would have absolutely loved to call it this morning. I woke up right in this area. That's where I woke up at. I was like, come on, man. I missed this whole move. But, if you're trading according to what we're teaching you, and not like me right now. But man, this would have been beautiful. Yeah, had I not been in that trade already, I would have closed it out because, like I said, we were forming that wedge right there, But again, when you do this long enough and you stare at the charts long enough, you like I've been telling the traders in our group, it's like your car. You get to know the feeling of it. You get to know the mechanics, the workings of it, right? And scared money doesn't make money, if that makes sense, right? But you get to understand the market. You get to understand the manipulation. You get to understand those, those rips, those little rips that you'll see that we just saw right here, right? You'll get to understand the follow-through rip. All these things will start making sense to you, right? Now that we did rip, are we coming right back down for that retest? And again, that's why when I go trading, I really don't want to be talking about it because I want to focus on it instead of doing what I'm doing. But it's all good. But if you look, now here are we on that retest for that 1-2. See what I'm saying? That's what we were talking about in the pre-market game plan. But typically, when you get these big monster moves like that, and again, if you look left, right, I'm already looking left here. This right here, I didn't catch that whole thing. All right, we broke out of that area, but we broke out of that area. Russo, if you're there, let me turn my volume up. I keep forgetting to turn the volume up on my thing. Are you there, Russo? Hello, hello? All right, we broke up and out of this. We were in the top 50% of this overall big range, right? This big range, we were in the top 50%, which is awesome. And then we broke out on that massive green bar, right? And now that we broke out and it's holding, right? We had this massive green bar. We have this retracement, right? We consolidated here. But again, it's just one of those things that you'll get to understand and become accustomed with as time goes on and staring at the charts long enough, right? So we had these big bars breaking through that resistance area. It was in a great area, right? But what you would have liked to seen more was maybe the bars come like this, pull back down again, come like this, right? We just went from the 50% line straight up, all right? We had no, no more consolidation or pullback. So that's a really overextended bar, to really trust for the upside potential, if that makes sense, right? That's really an overextension in a major area, right? In our major area where I could put much faith in that bar. Right? Does that make sense? All right, so now that we're coming back down into the area, this is where I might want to be looking. I already have an order to close out here, right? We were down, almost $4,000. And let's see, I may end up closing this out because now you could see, now we're coming back in that area, right? So now I would trust an upside move much more than I did this move, if that makes sense. So let's see if we come back down a little bit. Maybe we'll cut this whole position out here for the loss, if we can get filled there.
Order filled.
There's one. Now it's this one. So overall, it was, we still made, it's more, we lost what? We were up like, I was up 200 and something bucks from scalping this morning, right?
Order filled.
And then we were down 4,000, right? We were just down $4,000, right? And you see, now I still have 2 contracts on there, and I don't understand why. So let's go ahead and exit that out. So now we made about $195 with those trades. But this is what you got to be prepared for, right? Nobody can predict a bar like that, right? But you can't predict it, but what you can do is react to it, right? You can react to that bar. You can't predict it, right? That can happen anywhere, which is why you always want to stop loss, okay? Excuse me. So hope you're learning something here and why we didn't close that out, okay? There are several reasons why we didn't close that out, and I spoke about them, but I just really want to focus. Yeah, but 6 a.m. or what time did you just say? This won't go all the way there, but let's go to the hourly. So Friday, 14, 6 a.m. Friday, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Yeah, but that was all the way down here. Oh, you're talking about from this morning. I think, right? No, that was yesterday. That range from yesterday. No, where it tagged right now, that's all the way back on October 7th. If you're even on a daily time frame, this bar right here is Friday. Okay, this bar, the tail right here, this is Friday's high. We blew through that, in the overnight hours. But this was Friday's high. So you're more in tune with 10/5, October 5th. That's where we're coming in right now. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah. And that's right where our area is drawn. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that ain't right. So yeah, now that we pulled back down into this range, now it's more favorable to continue that momentum to the upside. But these are things, again, that you'll learn over time, right? You know how many people would have freaked out and closed their position being down that type of money, right, on a bar? They'd freak out. But yeah, when you see something like this, and I made some short videos on bars just like this earlier today, right? I think it was this bar right here we shorted, and I shorted a couple of them, and I made some short videos on them. But these are the bars that I absolutely love for doing that, right? But again, for the sake of the live trading video, I don't really want to be, sitting there just talking and not trading like I'm doing now. But now, it's more reasonable, all right? It's more reasonable to believe now that we could see a move to the upside. But prior to that, on that bar, there's no reason to close your position out. And I don't want to say that for everybody. If you're a new trader, you should have never took a trade like I just did without a stop loss. And that's a perfect example of why. Perfect example of why. I can't see your screenshots because I actually have the general tab open for... Let me see here. Let me see if I can go back in there. I don't think anybody's in here right now. No, it's just us. But there is a chat in here somewhere. I just don't know where it is. There's like a chat box. Oh, it's up in the top right-hand corner. There's a chat box you could post it in. But yeah, let's focus back on here. I want to see if we can't get a few more trades in. Again, I only have 3 more minutes. Let's see if we can get a buy to the upside. If we can pull back right down to here. And now my brackets are off. What is going on with this? We got 5. Okay, the brackets are on. So let's see if we can get a quick fill here for the last 2 minutes. And I'm in that area, so I just want to open it up so we can see it. But when you scalp, yeah, I like to have my screen really big like that for scalping, because I'm scalping the actual length and width of the candle. And I don't like scalping on a stale candle. I like scalping on a fresh, new candle as soon as it opens. So yeah, that left the train station without us. So let's wait for the next candle, and then we'll see. And again, if you're looking at what we just talked about, all right, if you're looking at what we just talked about, my confidence level in this move for a continuation was less than 10%, which is why I stayed in the trade. All right, big bars leading up to resistance never work, right? And especially, we were in the top 50% again, but you know, you'd much rather see something like we're seeing now, and then that blast off. But to have that big massive bar like that, you know, that's pretty much a done deal. So this is exactly the pattern you would want to see to continue that upward move, which is why now we're looking to the long side, but it didn't fill us. Let's see if we can get a little pullback and buy right here, the halfway mark on that candle. And we'll see where that next one closes. And again, I just don't like hitting the buy market or sell market. I like putting my orders in because I have, you know, I want the bottom, like the bottom quarter of a candle, or the top quarter, or the top 15%, top 10%, bottom 10%. I'm not looking to get into, you know, a stale candle. I like them when they first form like this. And I don't even know if we're going to get any pullback whatsoever, but we'll put a buy order there. Get rid of the rest of these orders. And it's 8:30 now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. But anyway, we recoup that by staying in the trade. Very risky to trade like that, but I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to jump right back on it if you want to stay there.